I'll take off. And when we take a look at the wins of the week, first off, temporary office space at the building of, what is it called? Dink Sıra. Dink Sıra building. And this is office of, yeah, maybe I can show you guys. Ethiopian Youth Entrepreneurs Association. So it's a non-profit organization. Samia, she is a very lovely person. She was kind enough to open her office doors for us. So our education teams starting next week are going to be located here mainly. There may be some exceptions. Dave HR is going to make the full announcement early next week. And we have one more office space, MMC by one of the biggest outsourcing companies in the country. They are opening development teams except adult are going to be located in. So this is how things look. But again, please stay tuned for the updates. And next week, all the operations are going to turn in person. Next, we had a great meeting with Masar folks over the weekend. So this time the meeting went quite well. Thanks to our dedicated team, we were able to deliver most of the features that we wanted to deliver. And they also requested some major changes because they have changed their plans. Like previously, Masar was taught as the whole platform, and right now they are making the recruiting part a part of a bigger platform. So there is a little bit of rebranding we are going to do there, but things are going well. So we had a visit to IT Park team. I'm afraid IT Park may not be as great as what we have initially thought for us because, first off, the food options are extremely limited. They have 2 cafeterias, and if all the office, like they are very keen to have us. At the same time, as I mentioned, since the circumstances are not looking really great, we will be looking for another place for the permanent solution rather than going to RT Park now. So the meeting with MasterCard Foundation, and they want to put it on the table by then. MTN proposal finalization. So the final review hasn't been given due to some other high priority tasks. We are still working on it. Google for Startups Accelerator Africa applications are taking place today. So the team leads are realization. We finally had the call, and all the terms are agreed. So we are going to be signing the partnership document this week. We have done the distribution of the interns. Core dev teams have been waiting for the interns, and interns have been waiting for the core dev teams for a while. And I am very happy for dev teams for a while. And I am very happy. So we were able to satisfy all the needs of the teams as well as distribute our interns. Lastly, Rayteed and Adot, they have been working from our corporate home offices. Rayteed has been using my home, and Adot was with Cambon and Dobit. And for next week, but the rest, everybody is going to have their office spaces. So when we take a look at the plans, there will be another thing for Masar over the weekend. So this is regular. Rwanda trip is coming. On Tuesday, I am going to Rwanda. Both University of Rwanda and AUCA, they agreed to sign the memorandum of understandings next week. So 2 new partners are joining. Very happy for that. Next, MasterCard Foundation meeting is also going to take place after I go there. So to clarify, there are 2 meetings. One is ICT Ministry meeting is placed on Monday. And after I get to Rwanda on Tuesday, on one of the days, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, we will have a follow-up meeting with MasterCard Foundation folks again as well. Next, we will also meet with the ministry folks, potentially with the Minister Paula, to finalize the details for the office space, because that's part.
Can you hear me? Okay, can you text if you can't speak? Maybe you can have another person fill in for you.
things. When we come to the G6 education, to help them catch up with regular students, we have continued giving compensation sessions for the newly recruited March Converse students. On Mondays, I have taken a lecture on breed's first search, and currently, as this fully given a trained March Converse students. The third win we had is for exclusively for Peace Avastu team, where uh, two students, technically heads of educations, who recently got an offer from two top tech companies, have shared their experience. The first one is Johannes Msgano, who got an offer from Bloomberg, a full-time software engineering offer from Bloomberg London, UK. And the second person is Marbeb Salomon, who got an offer from Goldman Sachs, and they had a really great experience session. For Adamas to end IT, yesterday we had a communication session that was led by Srat Ashagre, who is also currently leading this meeting. It was a really nice session, and the students also had the time to work to practice on different communication activities by being paired up together. And the last win we had is we have started the seventh and the final round of one-on-ones for this education phase on Monday. When we go to the plans we have prepared for next week, both these 5 secondary education students and the interns will continue working on the UI UX design, the product development, and the system design for the main projects. And the other one is they will the 5 secondary education students will start getting new round of one-on-one. Let's go to the G6 education, and for next week we have planned to give a bitwise operations and bitmasks lecture on Tuesday. This is the only lecture that's left for this education phase, and after that they will go to their breaks. The next plan we have is continue giving compensation sessions for our newly recruited March Converse students. And another thing, since Adamas 2 and AIT students didn't get the chance to attend yesterday's experience sharing session due to another event, which is a communication session, next week they will have the chance to get insightful insights from Johannes and Marbat. And another plan, sorry. Next week we'll finish the current round of one-on-one meetings, and we will conclude the current education phase, and what's left is planning for the upcoming camp. Thank you so much. If you have questions, feel free to raise them.
Yeah, we have our floats, not questions, so guess we can continue to the next updates. Okay, the next updates are going to be presented by Nahum for remote education updates. Uh,
Okay, Bisrat, you can hear me, right?
yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. Okay. So I am Nahum. I am a remote head of education. So yeah, we'll be going over the wins and the plans for both G6 education and G5 second year education. So the wins for G6 education is we have continued first camp and we have binary search. and we were also able to conduct a mini contest on Thursday. In addition to that, we have started the seventh round of interviews for community, and this 80 applicants were filtered through our essay and resume grading process, which we completed last week. So the plans for G6 education for next week include continuing first camp sessions. So we plan to give lecture on trees, which is going to be the last lecture on our camp. First and final rehearsals have been already conducted. So yeah, we'll be giving the lecture next week. In addition to that, we plan to finalize interviews for the community converts that we have started this week. When we move to G5, second year education, their wins include continuing development learning path for backend, front-end, mobile, and UI UX. In addition to that, they have started preparation for the starter project. And their plans include finalizing the learning path and finalizing the preparation for the starter project. So yeah, that is what we I basically have for you guys. If you
By Abdul Samad. Can anybody hear me? Representatives from Escalate.
Hello,
Nikita, what's up?
I'm audible.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, so for Escalate, I will be presenting our wins and plans. So let me just mute this one. Okay. So Emre and Akash were in Asto to discuss with our team the updates and the future plans that has already been done. And the next one in the agenda was fixing an immediate bug in the sign up page in the fixer. And we also had a project attaching a video. The next one was creating two new operator accounts for Truenzi and Baharti in our Escalate project. And week for our pitch day being done by our product team. And for the plans, we have to complete the remaining tests for the backend team. Currently, our test coverage is not that good. I think it is about 70 or 80%. So we are planning to up to 90%, I guess. I think it's for the new. Okay, it's for the talents, I guess. I thought it was for the. I thought it was for the new placed talents. And the third one was working with Baharti for the Middle East clients requests. The product team is working on that, will work on that. And addressing the feedback for the mobile app, our mobile team will quickly jump on that and work on that in the future. And the last one is working on descriptive pitch deck content that we have talked with Emre, which will be more content wise. And I think more descriptive, I guess.
Plans for this week and next week. Mahari, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Okay. I'm Mari from the mobile team. So I'll share you the wins and plans for Dime. So let me start from the wins. Mastercard payment gateway research, and we have done modularization of recipient and exchange rate screens, and we have started remapping our landing page for the web, and the plugin teams have increased their test coverage by 50%. It was around 25%. Now it is 40%. Uh, let's continue with the plans. So in the next week, we plan to submit the main bank proposals. Uh, the backing teams will select the right Mastercard payment gateway and start implementation. And also response for mobile, and we plan to progress the test coverage up to 60%. And the backing teams will continue working on the CI/CD self-hosted applications. So this is our wins and plans in short. So if you have any question, they are welcome. Okay. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Uh, After time, our next update will be coming from adults. Okay. Uh, Abdi is going to be presenting our wins and the plans for next week.
Thank you, Visrat. So yeah, our wins this week include we onboarded a new interns into our team, and on mobile we increased test coverage from 41 to 43%, and then we were able to fix a bug on the web, and then we completed a final review of a SEMA MCH proposal with Emre. We also had a conversation with Emmanuel Mogas, who is a board of a director at the Global Health Council. And unfortunately, we weren't able to visit St. Paul Hospital. And then, like, we weren't also able to release the latest iOS version because, yeah, like, we didn't have my computer at the moment. So, like, we're trying to communicate with the people that have. And the plans for the next week include we're planning to continue testing on a mobile app, and then we start debugging backend issues. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing on a backend as well because at the moment we don't have a backend engineers. And then we're planning to begin a comprehensive review of a full web platform. To make sure that it have a high quality, and then we also we want to like continue the effort of releasing the latest. So like if anybody has a question, please. Okay, thank you. I think you're muted, Bisrat.
Apparently, I was here talking to myself, so let's just continue as if nothing happened. Okay, let's continue with Skill Village. It's going to be presented by Okay, hi everyone. Sorry about the connection. So for the wins at Skillbridge, our product team has been visiting Mary's High School and promoting our product for the students. And for the backing team, we were cleaning up the backing code base. We started by refactoring the controllers and separating the business logic to services. And the web and the mobile team has been fixing bugs based on the team review for latest changes. And we have been onboarding interns to our team. And our product team will be promoting our weekly contest on social media. We're continuing cleaning up the backing code base, and our mobile and web team will be continuing fixing the reported bugs. Hopefully, our mobile team will finalize the fixing of bugs, and we will have one more team review. And after that, the Android version will be deployed, and we will be assigning tasks and mentoring interns. And if we finalize the mobile deployment, our mobile team will start uh, cleaning up its code base and adjusting the folder structure for better use. And okay, thank you very much. Well, thanks. Okay. Uh, let's continue. Afro chats. Uh, Afro chat is going to be presented by Murat. Hopefully, Murat is in the call. Murat, can you hear me? Murad is not in the call. Okay, Aveni will take care of the issues.
The first one is we have added unit tests and widget tests. So we have performed some cleanup for notification features, and we have improved the mobile test coverage by 10%. And another our things are session title auto generation and edit features, and admin dashboard endpoint development finalized, and it's deployed. And as well as we have front-end integration is not ready for deployment, and we have fixes 5 bugs, and we have improved that. And we have integrated the latest OpenAI model, which is GPT 4.1. And another one is we have prepared and published social media posts, and we deployed some web changes. And our plan for the next weeks are we'll continue conducting some unit tests and widgets on the mobile side, and we will fix some bugs, and we'll implement persona prompt or description. That means it's suggestion feature, and we'll continue implementing search feature on the web, and we finalize a dashboard. So guys, these are our recent plans. Thank you for that.
Okay, let's move on to our next presenters. Next, we're going to have updates from Aki. Yosef will be presented.
So, so in Akil we have in Akil we are, as you know, let me mention it. We are working on two parallel projects. As you know, Akil is a platform that connects organizations with talents or opportunity seekers. So we are also working on a version of Akil which is called Masa. So last week, the week before, we have been focusing on Masa lately. So the things our weekly wins include, the first one is the AI resume evaluation on the talent profile page. So we complete this task on the backend, which is when the applicant uploads its resume, it will the AI will evaluate its resume and suggests tips or ways to improve its resume. So it's basically acts as a resume builder. So we have done that on the backend. So we also have fixed the issue with the AI resume score. So we have a resume scoring method. So there was an issue. So from the organization side, we are be able to fix it, but there is some tasks to do on the from the user profile side. So we have also improved the UI and UX of the private opportunity input section when an organization posts any opportunity, and also we have so the must have Arabic language translation capability also. So we have, but the Arabic version is not as complete as let's say the Amharic version or the English version. So we have been fixing some issues there. So we have been translating some untranslated sections or parts of the platform, and we have also add caching to post opportunity pages. So when the organization wants to post opportunities, so when he or she fills the list for the inputs or the form for the opportunity, when we reload the page, the data gets lost. But we have fixed that issue. So even if the user reloads the page, the data that he or she put will not be lost. So we added caching for that. So we have also fixed issues on Akil and Masar. And there were some performance runtime errors, and there were some bugs both in Akil and Masar. So we have been able to track them and fix those errors also. So our plans for the next week include so there's we have to implement the AI resume evaluation functionality on the front end. So the backend is done, so we can be working with it on the front end. And also we're going to integrate the AI resume evaluation for both the talent for the talent section. So the the AI resume score we have implemented on the organization side only, but for the next week we're gonna also implement that on the user side, although on the talent side also. We're gonna also be resolving some mobile session problems, and we're gonna release a new iOS and Android version for the Akil mobile also. And we also add the caching functionality also from the application side. So when the talent applies to a respective opportunity, we will also add a caching functionality. So if the user reloads the page, so that the data doesn't get lost. So briefly, these are our wins, our weekly wins, and our plans for the next week. So if you have any questions, we are welcome to answer. All right, then. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Yosef, for the updates. Let's continue to our next presenters. Okay, our next presenters are going to be from Rated. It's going to be presented by Abdul.
Hello everyone. So I'll be presenting Weighted weekly wins and plans. So for our wins, like the first one is onboarding new interns into our team. Actually, they joined us midweek, around midweek, but it's kind of considered as a win. The next one is QR ordering socket events, like for the mobile, has been completed. The other one was addressing comments on the business side. So those comments were addressed by the web teams. The next one was refactoring the split bill UI on the web, and it's progressing pretty well, but it needs finalizing. And the last one for the wins is fixing failing test codes for the backend. It was an issue for a while, but I think we are resolving it. It's, a little bit details remain. And for the plans, we are planning to finalize refactoring the UI for the split, like on the web. The other one is user feedback and sentiment analysis for the backend, and integration test for the QR main ordering. And finally, the bill request feature is going to be implemented on the client mobile app. If you guys have any questions, you're welcome.
Okay, guys, any questions for Rated? Okay, I think you're off the hook. So let's continue with our next presenters. Nathan is going to present Ghana education updates. So
Yeah, hello.
Nathan?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
Yeah, so with the Ghana G6 education, our wins were for this week. We were able to complete lectures on stacks and queues. We started last week, but this week we were able to finish. Then we also did recap on prefix exams with the students. And after we were done with the stacks and queues, there were some concepts they didn't understand, so we also did a recap on stacks and queues also. And then we did a group contest on code forces. This was to help the students who usually do well in contests to be able to share their ideas and methods of solving problems faster with their other mates. So that's why we had a group contest on that. And that's it for the wins. So for next week, we plan to do a lecture on recursion, and then we also plan to complete the second round of one-on-ones. We started last week, but we have to complete it hopefully this week. And we also hope to finish lectures on binary search. Yeah, so that will be it for the Ghana education.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Nathan? If not, we can continue to conclusive remarks by Amory Varro. Let's see if he's in the call. If he's not, then we can have someone else providing conclusive remarks. Wait, I'll go check up on him. Sit tight and I'll be right back.
Bisrat, should I go ahead and get started?
Yes, Imri, you can start.
Thank you very much. So, team, as you know, seasons change. So it's not like every time things are going bad or every time things are going better. Life is a mixed pack. And who becomes winner in this life game? The winners are the ones who never give up. I wouldn't recommend going after everything. It is important to choose the right battles, but after you choose your battles, you have to be all in. If you give all of yourself, then you are going to gain the most out of it. When I was younger, I have done this mistake a few times in my career. When I was unhappy with some circumstances in my workplace, I didn't push myself as hard as I could without realizing that when I don't press the gas pedal hard enough, I am not going to improve my skills. So at that time, what did Google lose? Nothing, literally nothing. If I had done better job in my last 6 months, could I have been a better developer, better technologist? 100%. So in that regard, build yourself in a way that you will be able to make progress regardless of the circumstances. And in that regard, I would recommend not seeing reasons very different than excuses. Especially smart people are very good at coming up with excuses, finding plausible reasons why something is not done. But instead, don't look at them and use the powerful slogan of Nike or Nike. Just do it. When you do it, see notice more details. You will optimize better and you are going to become better. Everybody has 24 hours in a day. Yes, some of that time goes wasted, but team, always remember, life always goes on. If you are alive, if you hear me today, there is something in your life that you can do today, they want for it. With one A2SV and today, we were having a very nice one-on-one, and and she mentioned her desire of joining the gym, and that was my advice to her. One day or day one, it's our choice, right? We have used it at A2SV many times, even in one of our T-shirts. So I highly recommend you see this, and for the beautiful things that you want to have as part of your life, you are going to make today day one. Get started, stay consistent, and you'll get the results. Thank you very much, Bisrat. Do we have the code? The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So, team, I want to add a little bit of a nuance in this code. You shouldn't only believe in the beauty of your dreams, but you should also believe in your dreams as well. If you don't believe in your dreams, no one else is going to do that on your behalf. And they're not going to become real. But if you believe in those dreams, some people are going to resonate with that dream. Look at the story of A2SV. I genuinely believe that it is possible to build a thriving, sustainable tech ecosystem for Africa and move millions of people out of poverty with the help of technology. And I believe there are many believers of this dream. And we do great things together, and we will continue doing great things together, team. Thank you very much for being with us, and let's continue doing great things. Thank you. See you.
Thank you so much for those words, Imri. Uh, yeah, rounds of applause coming in from everyone. Uh, well, I guess this has been it for the weekly wins for May 9th. Everybody sleep tight. Have a nice weekend and see you first thing on Monday. Bye.